It was a cool, clear morning in mid-August. That day was the first day of school. I got out of bed around 5 a.m. and took my shower and got ready. I then hopped in the car and went on over to school around 6. Once I arrived, only a few other people were in the parking lot. I sat in my car listening to music and watching YouTube until around 7, when I finally went inside. Once inside, I went and met up with my friends Chad, Colin, Steve, and Frank. Frank, what happened? I thought you don't have a schedule. What are you doing here? What are you going to do at school all day?
My parents are making me come to school anyway, so I'm just gonna tag along with Steve.
Well, Steve, what do you intend on doing?
Man, I'm doing some crazy ass shit today. It's fucking senior year. We going down to party and, just do my shit. I brought my whiskey in here too.
Alright, Steve, have fun with that, I said. Well, maybe you could start heading to class soon, I told Chad and Colin.
Yep, sounds good, bros.
Chad headed to his science class, and Colin and I headed to our classes. My first class of the day was helping out in the guidance office. I didn't do much. I simply got their coffee for them and handed out passes and slips to the other classes. Nothing too big. Just then, it was second block, stat and prob. I was sitting in my class doing nothing until I heard a faint sound of a rolling machine coming down the hallway.
Hey, boys, just making my rounds.
It was no one other than Herbert Ernie himself. What? I thought he got expelled, let alone arrested.
Here we go. I'm your fellas. I'm gonna make it the best grade yet.
Exclaimed Herbert with great enthusiasm. No, Herbert, you need to leave now. No one wants you here. You're not even allowed to be here. Just go away, please, I told him.
Attention, Nick. Your first ever mini soon. Everybody discover me in my great brains.
Herbert looked absolutely ridiculous. He wore a fairy princess dress with fairy wings. He wore a gas mask on his head, like an oversized one with clown shoes that extended 5 feet outward. Oh shit, I thought to myself. Herbert continued rolling down the hallway in his little machine, so I got back to work. Meanwhile, my math teacher was on the phone to the police. Hello? Yeah, we got another Herbert incident. The police claimed that they were on their way. After second block came study hall. Study hall went uneventful until the fourth block, which is creative writing. In that class, Colin and I both got a text from Steve and Frank saying to meet up in the janitor's closet for some quote-unquote crazy shit. I knew this wouldn't end well, but it was getting pretty boring going over these syllabuses and such, so why the fuck not? I had to go to the bathroom, so 5 minutes later, Colin did the same. We met up and went to meet Steve and Frank, and they let us in.
Yo, man, come on in. Let's go ditch this dump. Let's go hit the city.
The city? You mean like Banderville or...
Nah, man, we heading to Baltimore.
Baltimore? Steve, we gotta go back to class. I'm not like you. I'm not trying to ditch or nothing.
Man, you a bitch or what? I'm finna get wasted at the club. What would you rather be doing right now? Being at school or at the club?
School, said Colin. I don't know, I don't really want to be here, I said, but I don't want to go to the club either.
Well, let's just take that as a yes. Come on now, Buzzman and I hitting up the club.
Just then, we began receiving a knock on the janitor closet's door. Open up, boys. I know you're in there. It was Officer Jones. He was onto us. Oh no, there was nowhere to hide. We had nothing to do but to surrender ourselves. Alright, we're in here. Come get us, said Colin. Officer Jones bust down the door and directed us boys outside, back to class. He also informed us that we'd be getting a phone call home and referrals.
You okay?
Said Frank. That's enough, boys. However, soon, Officer Jones got distracted when a figure in a rolling machine came barreling up the stairs. It was Herbert yet again.
Hello there, Jonesy. Hello there. Just give me a birdie,
Herbert exclaimed crazily. Herbert, what are you doing? I said. And Herbert, he grew crazier and crazier with each and every single look. He looked straight into my soul, but luckily, Officer Jones got distracted from us by Herbert. He went over and handcuffed Herbert and tried to take him away. Herbert even bit him, but luckily he wore a vest that prevented Herbert from doing so. We all scurried away and went back to class. "Where have you boys been?" the teacher said to Colin and I. The bathroom. Sorry, we really had to go." "Really? You both had to go at the same time? And why was the school resource officer taking you back?" he asked. "Well, that is a good question. There happened to be a little bit of a predicament with someone else, not involving us," I said, referring to Herbert. "Okay, well, I'll take your word for it this time," the teacher said. "Now get back in your seats." We did just that. After the 4th block ended, it was time for 5th block. On my way to the 5th block, I ran into Chad in the hallway.
"What's going on, bro?"
he said. "Yo, Chad, what's going on?" I said.
"Oh, nothing much. Just, getting my gains on."
"Your gains? I thought you had science classes."
"Well, you see, bro, football season is right around the corner, Never want to be caught lacking with the gains,"
said Chad. Well, that is true. Well, I guess I better get to class now."
"Okay, bro. Mind if I tag along? Woodworking sounds cool to me."
"Chad, you seriously, don't you have class?"
"Oh, it's all good, bro. I already got my work done today anyway,"
said Chad. Whatever you say." So Chad followed me into my woodworking class, and the teacher greeted us. "Hello, boys," the teacher said. The teacher was really chill, and I don't think he really cared that Chad was in there. I mean, Chad was chill too. Two chill people, they immediately click. So yeah, it was chill, but halfway through class, it took a turn for the crazy. We heard the sound of drilling coming from above us, like in the ceiling. Next, the entire ceiling collapsed. Landed in the crab pose was none other than Herbert Ernie himself.
"Hey, boys, thought you could escape me?"
he inquired. "Oh shit, run!" I said. Chad and I both did that. Luckily, or not luckily, but Chad could not keep up. He seemed like he had to work on his cardio. Luckily, Officer Jones was already on to Herbert, but Herbert had other plans in mind. He put on skates and started ice skating. How was that possible? But luckily, or for him, luckily, the school and the floor, the tile, acted kind of like ice.
"I'm gonna get you, boys,"
Herbert exclaimed as he skated. He skated really fast, like extremely fast. There was no way we could outrun him. We continued running as fast as we could to try and dodge him in a way. And luckily that worked. Herbert was sent crashing over the railing and down the stairs.
"Somebody help me!"
Since Herbert had the ice skates on, he could now not get up because of the skates,
"Somebody help me!"
he said, but no one helped him. Officer Jones simply arrested him and he was taken away. I decided to go home from school tad early that day, as everything with Herbert and all was just too much for me to process. Got in my car and began getting ready to speed out of there, until I saw Frank running out of the school with Steve.
"Nick! Help!"
he wailed. I rolled down my window. "Frank, Steve, what the fuck did y'all do?" I said.
"Quick, man, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car!"
They did just that, and so I started driving.
"Drive, man, drive!"
Bro, what is going on?
"My buzzer man's fucking bitch ass tried to make a mess in class or something."
Oh, Frank, I don't know what they're doing, but they're always doing some weird stuff, so. However, something in my mind told me that it was really Steve who got them that whole trouble. Anyway, enough of that. We sped on 144 and eventually got onto 70. Soon, the cop, or Officer Jones, chased after us, pulled us over, and then Steve and Frank were taken away. And that then concludes the first day of school.